For the man I insulted at the mall while speaking Spanish to my daughter in his country. His country, not ours. Siéntate y portate bien, mía, mientras que papi te embaraza, papi. Sit down and behave, my little one, while daddy ties your shoe. You see, these words were meant for my daughter and not for you. So as you roll your eyes and speak in a voice loud enough for her to hear, if they can't speak our language, they don't belong here. Know this. Your contempt for the language my grandfather prayed in is the least of my worries. It's the least of my fears. What you should have contempt for is how simple you are. Simple. Which comes from the Spanish simple, derived from the Latin simplus, meaning stupid. Because you see, people living in adobe houses should not throw stones, because adobe is a word my people have been using a long time for home. Even the most American of words like the Alamo, barbecue, burrito, they all come from my people. But even a fool could realize that just because you take something doesn't mean you plagiarize. Oh, and by the way, plagiado is the Spanish word from which plagiarize derives. You see, we give them willingly. So when you attack my language, you attack your own. And that makes you a cannibal. From the Spanish canibal. Derived from the Latin cannibalis, and maybe you could grasp this. If you ever had a different tongue so enveloped with your own, you couldn't tell where hers ends and yours begins. See, this is the way tongues were meant to be. This is the way we were meant to be. Unido. Which is Spanish for united, which comes from the Latin meaning inseparable, but yet you still have the nerve to demand that I speak with your tongue? Don't you see? I already do! Your tongue is my grandfather, un burrito con huevos y chorizo. Your tongue is he and she and we. Your tongue is everyone. Your tongue is a blending of all accents, all colors, all things. If you listen closely to the hip-hop lyrics being sung by your son, you'll realize that your tongue is new variations on old themes like gospel, becoming blues, becoming rock, becoming rap. Your tongue is as black as Eminem and Elvis Presley's lyrics. Look. I saw a black woman carry a white child away from Katrina with my very own eyes. You can feel it in the spirits that paid with their lives. Lincoln and Douglas, Kennedy and King, they had everything in common. They all shared the same dream. But after all this, you still push me away. You still think I'm different from you. Just because I say zapato sometimes instead of shoe. And though the man in me thinks pendejo is the word in Spanish for you, the poet in me knows that this is not true. As much as we hate to admit it, you are me. And I am you. So I guess hermanos is the word for us in Spanish. And like our brothers, we sometimes don't get along. Sometimes we get what's right confused with what's wrong, but we shouldn't be so simple that we choose not to see that you and I, that we are impenetrable. Which comes from the Spanish penetrable, derived from the Latin impenetrabalis, which means two standing as one. Look, I have a brown daughter. You have a white son. Don't let language be a barrier between them. Let them dance a salsa merengue to the music of Johnny Cash. Let them eat arroz con pollo with a side of mac and cheese, please. Let them be a blending of all accents, all colors, all things. Let them be new variations on old themes. Let them be better than you and me. Maybe it's time we embrace our differences like they were our children and just let them be. Merci. Yeah.